But let's draw this out. So here's our pan of brownies that we're going to draw out. And it said they had a third of a pan left. So, all right, third of a pan left. So we're really just talking about this area right here, this third left. And we know that Alex and his friend shared that equally. They're good friends, right? No one's trying to eat more brownie than the other friend. So the best way to do it is just cut it in half. So we see that this is how much Alex ate, this is how much his friend ate. Now the question though was, how much of the whole pan of brownies, right, did each person eat, right? So it's not really just asking, well, write this out. This looks like a half. But that's not really what the question's asking. The question is of the whole pan of brownies. Well, there's 2 pieces here, then there's going to be 2 here, and there's going to be 2 here. And what that means then is, how much of the whole pan did one person eat? They ate this amount. So how much is that, guys? That is 1 out of 6 pieces. So they each ate 1/6. They ate 1/6 of the whole pan of brownies. So if we were to do this with reciprocal, we'd start with 1/3. All right. The division sign would become the multiplication sign. And 2, which was 2 over 1, would become 1 over 2, and we would multiply. We'd get 1/6. Now, big question is, how do I know which one to do the reciprocal to? Well, up here in this problem, were we breaking up the 2 yards of fabric, or were we breaking up the 1/3? We were breaking up the 2 yards of fabric, so we did the reciprocal to the 1/3. Down here, were we breaking up the 1/3, or were we breaking up the 2 people? Well, we were breaking up the 1/3. So we did the reciprocal to the 2. So we're really doing the reciprocal to the opposite of what we're breaking up. We broke up the 2, so we did the reciprocal to the 1/3. We were breaking up the 1/3, so we did the reciprocal to the 2. So that's something we're going to come back to. Don't worry if you're confused at the moment. We'll come back to it. All right, let's do another problem though. So let's go to page 465 in your workbooks, 465. And on 465, number 1, 4 students equally shared a half a pan of brownies. What fraction of the whole pan of brownies did each student eat? So they had a half a pan of brownies, right? They're breaking up that half a pan by the 4 students. So which one are we going to do the reciprocal to? The half a pan of brownies or the 4 students? We're going to do it to the 4 students over here. So we'll do it both ways. Let's draw it out. So the question is asking us again, what fraction of the whole pan of brownies was eaten? So here's our pan of brownies, right? We know that we have a half a pan of brownies. So here's what's left. This has already been eaten days before. This is what's left over here. We need to break that into by the 4 people because they eat it equally. So this is how much each person ate. One person ate this, one of the friends ate that, that, and that. So what is our answer going to be here of the whole pan of brownies? Well, we're just looking at this, how much is that of the whole pan of brownies? Well, if there's 4 pieces here, there's 4 pieces here. That's 1, so I'm going to say 1/8. But now let's do it with the reciprocal. So the 1/2 comes down just fine. The division sign becomes a multiplication sign. The 4, which we had to put 4 over 1, we're going to flip that to 1 over 4. And what do we get? We get 1/8. So you have 2 different ways to solve these problems. I really would like to see you draw them out, right? So that way you can really get some practice in. Again, with the reciprocal, when we had 2 yards of fabric divided by 1/3, this is what we're breaking up. This is into the groups that we're breaking up, right? We're breaking it up into groups of 1/3. So this is what we did the reciprocal to. With the brownies, we'll just take that question that we just had, 1/2. We had 1/2, that's the pan of brownies that's left, divided by 4, right? So what are we doing? We're taking, here's the pan of brownies, we're breaking it up into groups, a group of 4. So that's what we're doing the reciprocal to. Now we're going to get more technological tomorrow and talk really about the terms and everything else. But just for today, this is a good start. So you're already seeing, well, when I write this out, it's the one that's on the right. So my question for you is, do we do the reciprocal to the dividend or do we do the reciprocal to the divisor? Take a guess. If you don't know, it's okay. We'll review those terms tomorrow. Take care.